Hey guys, it's Fiona again. Welcome back to my channel and thanks for watching. So today I'm looking at seamless patterns. Okay, so what is a seamless pattern? Well, first of all, it's usually a repeatable pattern, which means you have a series of elements or motifs that repeat. So if I was to put this together, this actual pattern would repeat, but it also needs to be seamless. And by seamless, I mean that if you duplicate this, the pattern is seamless because when you join it up, like so, you can't see that. Well, obviously when I'm pointing to it you can see, but you can't see that there is a join, so it's completely seamless. So what I'm doing is creating these pattern tiles. This square is called a pattern tile, and you need to be able to make them so that you can put them together and create one large pattern, and then from there you can make it as big or as small as you like. So that is what a seamless pattern is. So I'm just going to show you how we can create these using Artistly. Artistly AI is a all-in-one AI art generating software. It does also generate other things like children's storybooks, puzzle books, and all kinds of things that you can do with it. And it's a one-time purchase, so there are no monthly fees, and they're adding new things all the time, so you don't need to pay extra once you've purchased it. You get all the upgrades. So I do have a link in the description of this video, which is my affiliate link. And if you do buy it through my link, I will get a very small commission. You're not obligated to do that, but if you do, I thank you very much for helping me out to grow my channel. Okay, so Artistly, I create most of my images in here, but some of them I will do in Canva AI or Recraft or other AI models. But okay, so let's just look at seamless patterns. So it actually does have a separate seamless pattern creator. I'm just gonna come into the dashboard here just to show you where you would go when you've first purchased Artistly. So you'll get this, which is your dashboard, and then you'll go up here to create a design up the top here, and then into the Fast AI Image Designer. Now when you come in, you can see Seamless Patterns version 2, and then you can see Seamless Patterns. Now I'm going to try out both of them just to show you the difference, if there is a difference. So I'm going to click on the original Seamless Patterns, and I think what you need to do is sort of choose a style of pattern that you want. So these are all the different styles that they have. And I'm just going to go with something really quick here. I'm going to go with these flowers here. So this is an example of their prompt for that particular pattern. So they've put a seamless painterly floral pattern featuring large translucent poppy-like flowers in deep burgundy, warm peach, blush pink and rich blue tones. And then they've gone on to explain the petals appear as if painted with soft watercolour washes, and just explain basically the theme and the atmosphere. Okay, so I'm just going to delete this one, and I'm going to start with something really, really simple. Okay, so I'm going to put a seamless repeating pattern of, let's do hearts and roses with Valentine's Day coming up, and I'm just going to put in a watercolor style in pinks, reds and greens. I'm just going to see what it comes up with, so you can choose fast or high quality. I'm just going to leave it on fast, and we want, if we're doing a pattern, seamless pattern tile that we want to use to create a larger pattern, we need to leave it on the ratio on 1:1. So I'm going to generate the image and see what comes out. Okay, so that's really sweet. Looks like it probably is seamless, because sometimes they don't come out completely seamless. Okay, sometimes you've got to run it through a few times, or some of the patterns you just can't use because they aren't seamless. But I'm just going to go ahead and download this one anyway, just to show you what I'm going to do with it. Okay, it's taking its time, but I'm going to I'll just download these to my desktop. So I'm going to put hearts 1 and save it as a PNG. I'm going to go back in and get this prompt, and let's see what the other one does. So I use seamless patterns, so let's go into seamless patterns version 2, and it already starts you off with a seamless pattern of. So I'm going to paste that in. So I'm going to delete where I've written in seamless pattern. So it's a seamless pattern of hearts and roses in watercolor style in pinks, reds and greens. They keep us on 1:1. Now you've got a little toggle here whether you want to create a seamless pattern, and I do, so I'm just going to turn on the toggle and I'm going to click generate image. And we'll see what we get this time. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to upload that heart one into Canva. Just come to uploads, upload files, and I'm going to find that on my desktop. Going to upload that one. So here we are. We come back to Artistly. This is our seamless repeating pattern using seamless pattern versions 2, and I think that one's really beautiful as well. So I'm just going to download this one as well. To my desktop. I'm going to call it Hearts Roses 2. I'm going to upload this one into Canva as well. Okay, let's start with this one. Now, what you need to do is create a canvas the size that you want. And because I'm creating digital paper that I want to be patterned paper, mine is a 8.5 by 11 or a US letter size. So whatever size you want. I mean, you could be creating a pattern to put on, for instance, a tote bag or a pillow or a blanket or even a mug. So whatever size you need for whatever project you're creating. So I'm going to just start by putting it right in the corner here and lining it up. And now the way to find out if it's seamless, as I was saying before, is to duplicate, put it together and see if it fits together. And you can see we've got a bit of a problem here. That heart's fine, that one's missing, that one's a bit off center, that one does not even repeat, neither does this one. So this was using version 1, and it doesn't matter where I move it, I can't actually get that pattern to repeat. So you would not call this one seamless. It is a repeating pattern, but it's not seamless. So the only other thing you could do if you wanted to use it is to stretch it out like this, and then the pattern would be a lot bigger. You just have your pattern paper like that. Okay, so you can still use it, but it's just not going to be able to repeat the actual pattern and make it smaller. So I'm going to delete that one and I'm going to bring over this one. Let's hope this one is seamless. I'm going to bring it into the corner. Just going to duplicate. I'm going to put it together, and yes, this one has worked out perfectly. So what we can do now is duplicate again. Just click on one of them, hit duplicate, and bring it down to the bottom because it should be seamless on all sides. And just line it up there. And it's also seamless that way. Now I'm going to duplicate this one and bring it over here. And there we have our pattern, which is completely seamless. So that was, as you saw, using, this one was using the AI Image Designer version 6, the seamless patterns, but that was the original seamless pattern creator, which was not seamless, and this is the seamless patterns version 2, which seems to work a whole lot better. Okay, so things that you can also do with seamless patterns. If you wanted this to be smaller, like really small little flowers, you could just, I'll delete all of these, make it smaller, duplicate, whoops, move that one. Now duplicate this one, bring it down, hit duplicate. It's already put that one at the bottom there for me. Duplicate, again, and just keep duplicating it until it fills out your canvas. Whoops, what happened there? Now I'm on the wrong page. I dragged it down too far, so we'll just duplicate this one again and bring that down there. Okay, so now we have it's still a repeating pattern, but it's a lot smaller. So obviously you could go smaller and smaller and smaller depending on the size that you want your pattern to be. So in that sense, you've also got, you could create one patterned paper with the large print, and then you could just do another one with the smaller print, just like this, which I actually really like the small print. It just depends what you're going for. Okay, well, I won't do the whole page, but just give you an idea of what it's going to look like. So once you've moved it once, it tends to copy where you put it and duplicate it for you and put it in the right spot. So I'm going to go across now, duplicate again, and now it's putting them across for me. Duplicate this one. It's going to go ahead and do that for me. Once you've sort of done it once, it sort of goes across and does it for you, repeats it for you. So yeah, so that's the small design. Just make sure that, you know, they are all lined up. Sometimes you can see, if I zoom in, sometimes on the screen, you can see these little lines in between. But when you go to print them out, you're not going to see those lines, okay? That's just to do with the screen. As long as it's locked into place, because Canva will tell you when it's locked into place. There, it'll automatically lock it into place. You know that it is going to be seamless, okay, when it's printed out. Okay, so I've done all that. Let's delete all of these. Just going to grab them all and delete. Now, what else can you do with seamless patterns? Now, what you can do also, if you want a different background, say you didn't want this color background that it's created, is you can go up here and hit background remover. And I don't think, let's see if it worked. We'll do a dark background. And there we go. Yes, it did work. So it removed all of the white, or that off-white colour that was in the page. And so what you can do now is, you might like this black background, and you could do obviously your whole page with a black background, okay? Or you could come in and you could find maybe a texture. You could go to elements and go maybe a green background, or you could bring in your own. So let's have a look at the graphics. Let's see, it's all a bit bright, sort of bright green. Let's see what this stripe would look like. Wonder if this is a repeating pattern. Let's try it out. Yep, I think it is. So I'm going to repeat that across my page. Actually, I'm just going to make the background white because it's a little bit hard to see my page. Bring this one to the front. You just go layer, bring forward. And you can see that pattern through it. Actually, I don't delete. I don't think I wanted stripes because they're a little bit too busy for this pattern. So I'm going to go with a plain green background. Let's have a look at this one. Right click on this, layer, bring to front. You can also go into the layers panel. Show you that in a minute. So I'm going to just drag this and make it as large as my page. And then you can just once again repeat your pattern. There we go. Now we have it with a green background. So when you're creating patterned papers, it's really easy to come up with lots of different pages, even with the same pattern, just by changing the backgrounds and the size of your print also. So that's something you can do. Now, so when you are selling them, okay, because you can sell the seamless pattern tiles to people who want to use them, because some people like to use patterns but they don't necessarily know how to create them. So if I was to, let's come back into my uploads, sell this, I would keep it like this with the background removed, but let's make a new canvas. Let's get rid of that one. Let's go out of this one, and I'm going to create custom size. I will make it 2000 by 2000. Pattern tile doesn't really need to be that big, but it just depends. And you want it to be 300 dpi so that the person who's using it can upscale it if they need to. So if they're putting it on something like a bed cover or a bed sheet, they would need it in a really large size. So you need to, when you create your listing as well, you need to say what the size is so that they know, whether they can use it for the purpose that they're using it. I would normally make them around 3000 by 3000 pixels. It does make it a large file. Probably actually 2000 by 2000 is fine, because they're using it normally to repeat. That's why they're buying seamless patterns. So they wouldn't probably need to resize it up a whole heap. But as I'm saying, yeah, it just depends what you're using it for or what the end user is using them for. But I think for paper projects or small projects, 1000 by 1000 or 2000 by 2000 is plenty big enough. Okay, so now I'm going to get the pattern, and I didn't save the one with the removed background, so let's remove the background again. Now, you don't have to remove your backgrounds to sell them if you don't want to. You can sell them as is, but I like to remove the backgrounds so that the person can put it onto their own background. So I would just resize it up just like that. You would save this as a transparent PNG, and I would sell these in a pack of say 10 or 12 or 16 seamless patterns. Okay, and I'll show you more about that in another video, okay, about listing and on Etsy and about the DPI and the sizes and all that kind of thing. But that's another thing you can do with seamless patterns. And that's really all I wanted to cover in this video. So short and sweet. But thanks very much for watching again. Please like the video and consider subscribing. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.